everyone, my name's Cole. We're at the downtown store here to talk a little bit about boot fit. When fitting yourself for a new pair of ski boots, it's important to keep in mind ski boots will fit differently with some use. They're going to fit really tight when you first try them on, but just realize that they're made to fit once they're broken in. Just some quick tips before you actually start trying some boots on is going to be to get your foot size in mondo point or in centimeters. When measuring your foot, it's best to stand up and flex your knee above your big toe. Once you're in this position, you're going to want to measure your foot in centimeters. As was previously mentioned, ski boots are going to fit really tight. They do go through a process which is called packing out. When that process occurs, they do tend to get about 0.25 sizes bigger than they originally were. When you're trying on boots, you're going to want to try on the socks that you're going to be skiing with, and you're going to want to make sure you're not wearing skinny jeans that are really tight fitting and can't be pulled above your calf. Once your foot is in the boot, it's best to sit back and kick your foot back like this a couple times. Kicking your foot back and seating your heel back into the heel cup is always good practice when you're breaking in new boots, so that your foot is always in the same location in the boot. When you're trying the boots on, ensuring that the buckles are at the right tightness is going to be crucial in getting a proper boot fit. If you're having to use your palm and apply a lot of pressure and getting a loud snap when the boot's closing, you're probably doing it too tight. Usually using just 2 fingers and pushing on the buckle is key to making sure that you have a snug fit. If you're noticing that the boot is causing your foot to go numb in certain locations, oftentimes utilizing micro-adjustable features found on many boots is a good option. Once your foot's in the boot, if you stand up straight and tall, locking your knee out, you should feel your toes curl up or definitely be touching in the end of the boot. Then when you flex forward, driving your knee over your toes in the boot, you'll feel your foot pull back into the heel cup, and you should feel a little bit of wiggle room at the end of your toes. A pro fitting tip, when you're flexed into this position in the boot, if you do want a very performance-oriented boot, your toes should be touching. Noting the width or last of your foot is also going to be crucial in getting a proper boot fit. If the boot last does not match the last of your foot is going to get hung up on the inside of the boot, and it will feel like your toes are in the end, even though they might not be. If you're going to a local ski shop to try on boots, you're going to want to try on several pairs and really find which one fits your foot the best out of the box. Once you've settled on a boot that fits well, there might still be 1 or 2 problem areas in the boot. But thanks to the moldable liners and moldable boot shells on the market today, even if you have small problems, they're easily molded out. Once you've skied in the boots 1 or 2 times, you're really going to know where the pressure points are, and that's the best time to go get the boots molded. If you're still having issues after molding the liner, it's best to add a footbed or insert into the boot. They often heat form to your foot and creates a mold, not letting your foot move around inside the boot. If you've done all of these steps and had the inner liner molded, added a custom footbed, and you're still having issues, the next step is going to be to get the boots punched. When a boot fitter punches a boot, they're literally heating up the shell and manipulating the shape of it. Making sure that a professional boot fitter does this process will ensure a good fit. With molding and boot punching, it is very easy to make boots bigger, but it's nearly impossible to make them smaller. Another easy way to ensure that the boot's going to fit, if you're a little concerned, is to pull the liner out and put it on your foot. You'll just want to stick your leg out straight, kick your heel back a little to seat your heel into the heel cup of the liner, and then you're just going to want to press and see if you can feel your toes. If your toe seems to be bulging through the liner, that's usually a sign of a good fit. If you're barely able to touch your toe or have to push really deep into the liner before you feel anything, it's probably too big of a boot. What you'll want to do is get into the skiing position where you're standing up and your knees are over your toes and you're flexing into the boots. You'll want to hold this position for about 15 minutes. It's good to watch a TV show or just hang out in the living room. What standing in this position does is replicates how your foot is going to be in the boot while you're skiing. After you've been standing in the ski position with boots on both feet for about 15 minutes, that's when your pain and pressure points are really going to come out in the boot. Some of the places you'll notice pain and pressure points are going to be around your ankle bones and on the back of your Achilles tendon. If you do have a high instep, it's going to feel like a lot of pressure over the top of your foot and the front half of your foot might go numb while doing this boot fit process. So when you think you found the perfect boot, but you're still having 1 or 2 problems, that's really when you're going to want to go see a professional boot fitter. As you can probably tell, boot fitting is a very involved process, so if you are having problems, it's best to go to a local shop and have someone help you out. We hope you found the tips in this video helpful, and if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact our customer service line.